And we're back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and I'm pretty excited about this post that was posted on the EA forums because they're starting to release some information about ships. And when I was up at EA a week or so ago, I was able to see a pre-build of the ships, and I'm not really allowed to talk about it, but I can talk about what's in this post. And the one thing I will say about ships is I did see it. It was very different than I thought. I thought ships were going to be like mods 2.0. It is not that at all. It's like an entirely variation of the game. And they did leak some of this information in this post here. Now, I will say this. I was invited up to go to EA again in about 2 weeks. And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go, because it does cost me money to go up there. There's some hidden costs like taxes and things like that. It actually will cost me about $500 to attend this event. And when I went up there last time, I found out I was not prepared with the right equipment. I don't have a laptop. I have a good setup here at home in a studio that is designed to make videos for you guys. But as far as remote, I don't have the right kind of cameras or laptops and such. And I almost debated not going because I didn't think I was going to get the most out of the event. And someone suggested me that I should create a Patreon account. And so I did. And I don't expect everybody to go on Patreon and be a supporter. But I got to tell you, mostly what I like is that people watch the videos and enjoy them and like them. But if you feel inclined to contribute, it really will help out with the costs associated with going to this trip and the needed equipment that I'm going to have to put. It's just a lot more money than I thought I was going to have to spend to continue making videos, which I love doing. And so I did create a Patreon account. There's a bunch of different levels and rewards, and I hope that you guys do contribute. It just really helps a lot. You know, I really want to make YouTube a full-time thing for me. But let's go back to the ships. I'm really excited about this. Greeting, Holotabo Heroes. A few weeks back, I let you know that the team had been working hard at work on an major update ships. In advance of its upcoming release, we wanted to start sharing information about this new part of the game so that you can start preparing for its launch. This new feature offers an exciting new mode of gameplay with new rewards, new activities, new things to collect, new goals to pursue, and new strategies to craft and more. And I want to say this is a different type of the part of the game. It's not more of the same. I'm really excited. And of course, the build I saw was not complete, so I don't really know how much of what I saw is actually going to make it into the game. In fact, some of the things were actually different from this post than what I actually saw. The ships feature is a major update, our biggest one to date. I do believe that's true. And so over the coming days and weeks, we'll be sharing information about different parts of the released. The first idea we wanted to get in front of you is a new aspect of configures your entire ship's experience, Fleet Commanders. Now, I did see this, and I thought this was pretty cool. Fleet Commanders. Fleet Commanders are leaders assigned to lead a fleet of ships in space battles. You could think of them as an evolution of the leader spot in unit battle. A fleet is a group of ships which currently start with a maximum of 5 ships in play and up to 4 more ships held in reserve as reinforcements. Much more on all of that in a later post. I did see how that worked, and it was very exciting. But of course, what they showed me might change, so I really can't talk about it. Fleet commanders will crew their own special capital ships and have unique abilities that can be used over the course of a space battle. The fleet commanders will have a unique set of abilities, as well as the option to call in reinforcements on their turn. So it's going to talk about the starting fleet commanders, and the 3 that I saw when I was up at EA were actually 2 of them here and a different one, and that the one that I see that they're releasing with this information is Mace, which was kind of confusing, but the other one that I saw earlier was an entirely different hero, which is even more confusing. But I did see Admiral Akbar Tarkin when I was up there. So what they're saying is start farming these heroes. Akbar is pretty easy to farm. Tarkin's pretty easy to farm. Mace is a little bit more complicated to farm. I believe you can only find him in Cantina and one of the hard modes. So I'm going to start farming these 3 heroes right now. More fleet commanders will be made available in future updates. Now, some of their abilities, they have active and passive abilities. During their turns, fleet commanders will have a set of unique abilities that can affect an entire fleet battle with either buffs, debuffs, or a variety of dramatic attacks. They may also have passive abilities which help their allies or hinder their opponents. Reinforcement, another option available for the fleet commander's turns, involves reinforcements. When activated, the fleet commander can call in a new ship to the battle to reinforce their fleet. This would replace a destroyed ship with one in the player's reserve rosters of ships. A ship called in as a reinforcement comes into battle and immediately takes their turn. By strategically assigning ships to their initial fleet of 5, along with holding back other ships in reserve, a clever fleet commander can keep their opponents guessing and on their toes. I gotta tell you, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm actually really excited about this because I think it's gonna add a lot of new things to the game. I was pretty excited when I saw this. Hope you enjoyed this quick preview of one of the most important aspects of the new ship's features. Be sure to unlock a fleet commander, Admiral Akbar, Tarkin, or Mace Windu, to be prepared for the launch of ships. And stay tuned for most posts as we explore more features of the new ship's updates. So I will be heading up there in about 2 weeks to see probably more about this. I'm guessing. I don't really know. But I know that this is very exciting. When I was up there, all the buzz was about ships and, of course, the AAT tank raid and the release of General Kenobi. I gotta tell you, I love the footage and the gameplay that I had of that. If you haven't seen that video, there's going to be a link right here in the middle of the screens. As always, guys, I really do appreciate all the support just by either liking the video or subscribing to the channel. That's really what I appreciate the most. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.